Hey guys, my name is Corinne and I will be giving you guys a painting tutorial. So I've been working on this painting for a while and I love it. And this is what I look like. This is the painting and I love it. This is what you should be wearing, an apron and some old clothes, because we don't want your new clothes to get dirty. This is what you'll need: paint, 2 paintbrushes, a paint marker, and silver paint optional. This is what the paint looks like. Make sure you have a covered area. And so we will start painting now. Getting into my spot and grabbing some paints. Okay, let's get started. So first we're gonna start off with some red, straight out of the bottle. It's okay if it's a little lighter or darker than mine. This is just base color. Now go ahead and try and keep it straight. And don't add too much because we don't want it to take forever to dry. Make sure it's at least not a third, but a fourth of the paper. Okay, so now it's time to add orange. Go ahead and mix a little bit of yellow into your red and save a little red for later. You're gonna need it. Go ahead and mix that up. It can be a little darker or a little lighter, depends on your yellow. Now, again, do about a fourth of the page. Again, we want to save some room for blending, and we have a few other colors. So, paint, paint, paint. And go ahead, and if you want to, add a little bit of orange or red into your orange or yellow to make it look more blended. Okay,
Can you pause that actually?
now we are going to add on some pink. And if your pink is a little too light, go ahead and add some red. I added some red, you can tell that a little bit. And if you don't have pink, go ahead and mix red and white. Try not to add too much white because we don't want it to be too bright, too white. So go ahead, do that. And again, make sure it's about a fourth, and yeah. Don't make it too thick. Now we're going to add some white to make a nice sky blue. We want it to be a little lighter than noon. So go ahead and mix that. And again, about a fourth, maybe this time a third. And yeah, so paint away. And don't forget, about a third. And if you want to, go ahead and start blending a little bit. Throw in some pink or light blue right in between those two. Try not to do too much. Make sure it's mostly wetted down if you're blending. Now add some dark blue straight out of the bottle. We will fix up that dark blue straight out of the bottle right here. Again, maybe this time about a third, or actually a 12th. make sure we have enough room for the last color. Now add some purple, mix in some red to that last blue that we just did, and make sure it's nice and dark, because this will be the night. Go ahead and paint. Okay, sweet. Okay, now turn it around so that we have red on the top. Go ahead and let it dry. Leave for around 10 minutes. Come back, get some water on a brush, a little bit, not too much. Then go ahead and go straight on the lines. Make sure to blend it so that we don't have straight lines. We want them to be blended into each other. And if your paint smudges, that's good. You want it to smudge, but make sure that you don't mix the colors, especially if you're going from blue to pink or other contrasting colors. And again, try not to add too much water. And again, try not to get it everywhere. And go ahead and mix and use your placemat or whatever you were using to cover up your table. And go ahead and use the sides to mix paint if you didn't have an extra piece like I did. Now go ahead and take purple and pink. Put pink around where the bottom is, or red, either of them work, and then put purple at the top. Now go ahead, this is optional, take some silver or gold. I used silver because that was the first one I found. And go ahead and make a border. Try and keep it straight and not too big, because we don't want it to take over the entire page. Now, if you're watching this and you are not working on the border right now, but you are going to do it, go ahead and grab a paint marker that matches the color. I grabbed a silver because I chose silver. Now, if you're not doing the border and you still want to use a paint marker, go ahead and grab a color, for example, brown, or I'd recommend a matching color to either red or purple. Then go ahead and save that for later. And if you are doing a border, remember, try to make it thin. We don't want it to be too thick, because if it is, then it'll take a while to dry. And if you're not doing a border, go ahead and do some touch-ups and maybe some more blending. And it's okay if your hands get dirty. Now, here, go ahead and use your put a little bit of water on your brush with silver, and either use your finger, like I did here, or use another brush with a little bit of water on it, and go ahead and blend some silver in, just to tie in a little bit of sparkle with Color Mania. And if you want to make it look like a starry night on the bottom and a sunrise on the top, go ahead and add a little bit of yellow to the top, and go ahead, if you feel like it, flick some white paint on the bottom to make it look like stars. In my opinion, the bottom looks like the ocean, and the pink is the sand, and the top part is the rising sun above. And again, go ahead and make it as sparkly as you want. This is your painting. And that's it. You finished Color Mania. Just sign your name at the bottom. And that's it. Congratulations, you guys made it to the end. See ya! And also, go ahead and use that paint marker. Doesn't matter what color if you didn't do a border. Bye! Now go get painting. I want to see what yours looks like.